You are about to see mutilated corpses, burning tank carcasses, and all out mayhem, brought to you by Frontline Fatalities.
Sup, COH fans, and welcome to episode 69 of Frontline Fatalities, brought to you by the Frontline Network, presented by me, FatalSaint, and my good friend Tommy. What's up, Tommy?
Hey, Fatal. We are here today with a game from a little while ago, actually, but featuring at least one very interesting player. It is, of course, the one and only Mr. Contador, who was formerly level 20 US player, long time, particularly in the last patch, 2.601, very prominent player, won a big 1v1 tournament back then. And this is the game from his replay pack, which you can find in the description underneath this video.
Yep, and he's going to go up against an unknown Smurf name that we dug a little bit about for some information about the name. DrawTheLine is the Smurf name, but we can't actually figure out to 100% who it is. So it's not really that interesting. Hopefully the game is just going to be great, which it got a lot of wubs back when it was posted on the replay section on Game Replays. So it's going to be interesting to see how this match unfolds. You ready to go, Tommy?
I am ready.
At the 5-second mark, unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, Wehrmacht player starting off with his quarters, 2 PIO start, nothing special here. You know, even though this replay is kind of old, not much has changed. In the way of openings, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, the metagame, it shifted in a lot of ways, but in terms of like the builder numbers and stuff, the 2 Pioneer opening has always been the standard, really. You do get 1 or 2 players who experiment with 3 or 4 Pioneer openings, but by and large, there's no reason to experiment. With the US, however, with regards to Contador, he was actually one of the first players to start using the 4ES Rax opening, and use that to really great effect, not just in this patch, but in the last patch as well. Back when Engineer Flamers were quite a bit more nerfed as well, because engineers used to get crazy suppression in the last patch. 1 Volk burst, if all the Volk rifles fired at the same time, would be enough to suppress an engineer squad.
Oh, yeah.
It was ridiculous.
I remember that. That was kind of silly. We do
was
have
very silly.
the first PIO out of the Wehrmacht headquarters, headquarters from the Wehrmacht player. He actually is going over to the left-hand side to cap his munitions, and I know we discussed this in previous episodes, and you're kind of against this. You rather cap it like later. Take it later. Does it vary depending on which faction you're playing? You know, if you're playing US at that position, because right now it's reversed, obviously, and you know, then you don't do it. But if you're playing Wehrmacht, would you do it then? You know, is it different, or you always skip it until later?
I pretty much always skip it initially.
And why is
the only
that?
time, well, it's really far out the way, and it's a point that you are absolutely guaranteed to have whenever you actually bother to go and cap it. So I would rather, no matter whether I'm playing US or there, how many engineers I'm doing, I would always rather get out into the field and put some pressure on my opponent's sort of territory in the beginning before capping it a bit later. Normally when I play US on this map, I go for a 4 engineer opening. And then the first engineer that gets retreated is normally down to sort of 1 man, very low health. Instead of reinforcing him, I send him off to go and cap that point. So he's still doing something useful.
Very interesting. Yeah, I think it's a good idea because, you know, it's better to take a point off your opponent. And as you say, that point is not going to be capped by your opponent, as, you know, the MG nests and the MG bunkers actually cover that point. You can never really get to it without taking flak from the MG fire. And, you know, it's probably better to leave it for later because you're gonna get it anyway, and your opponent's not going to get it. So if you can deny your opponent it for a while, that's gonna be good. We do have a fairly slight variation to standard Wehrmacht opening. We had Volk MG bike for the DrawTheLine.
Volk MG bike. Now that is kind of
Interesting.
old school, not something that we really see very often these days. The bike just generally doesn't get quite so much attention as it used to in last patch. I know MG bike was so prominent in previous patches, but nowadays it's very much about the double Volk openings.
Yeah, and MG takes the house, and the rifles take the house right next to it. They pop into it, but they're taking a lot of fire from both the MG, the Volks, and the bike. All 3 units from DrawTheLine here is firing upon Contador's first rifle squad. And yeah, he's going to be forced to retreat at 2 men. They're fairly healthy, both of them, so they're most likely going to make it back to base. Another rifleman squad exists from the US cutoff now on Semoa, trying to engage the Volks and the bike from DrawTheLine, trying to force those away. But with this MG here, he's just going for basically a pin.
This is some good macro play by DrawTheLine. Actually, I think he's recognized the 4-engineer opening, and he's doing one thing that the 4ES opening has a very hard time against, which is a very aggressive move to the cutoff very early on, because you don't have enough rifles to really be able to prevent it.
Yeah, we did have the Wehrmacht cutoff taken by one of the engineers from Contador, actually, so he's cutting him off from the left-hand side. Oh! And the bike goes down to the engineers as well, trying to get out of there. Well, the tables have turned extremely quickly in this game now, and this MG needs to get out of here before it gets naded again.
So it was a 2-engineer, 3 rifles, nades. Wow, that was a heck of a carbine shot.
Yeah, that was a nice headshot on retreat on that MG crewman. Lost MG, lost bike, and he's got 2 Volks now, one extremely damaged and got naded in the stupid building on Semoa that doesn't have any windows on the short sides of the building. But he does manage to force off the last rifle and the engineer now, but he's kinda in a hole right now. He's lost 2 tier 1 units compared to, I don't think Contador even lost a single engineer yet.
No, he's still looking pretty healthy. He took quite a bit of a manpower hit, but no full unit losses, so he's definitely ahead in that regard. And he's got quite a bit of map control as well, and he's moving, I can see on the minimap, to go and harass the Wehrmacht fuel as well.
Oh yeah, I can see that on the minimap. The Wehrmacht fuel is actually getting captured by one of Contador's engineers now, and there's really nothing in the Wehrmacht base. We do have that very low health 2-man Vol squad retreating back, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop them in time before the decap.
Really some aggressive Wehrmacht play here. He's really trying to go for that cutoff point. There's a nice grenade on the Volks.
My God, painful. So painful. And the Flamers might actually go down on retreat due to the negative cover road, and they do go down. A Volk, an MG, a bike, and one of the Pyos that was, 50 munitions spent on it as well. This is going to force DrawTheLine to stick in tier 1 probably longer than he likes, unless he goes for tier 2 and starts pumping out grenadiers to have some form of mainline infantry.
You can't. I mean, he's just built another Volk squad now, so he's got 3 Volks, but that's a horrific opening for the Wehrmacht player, really. I mean, broadly what he was trying to do, go for the cutoff, not a bad idea, but the micro there was really lacking.
We do have the US fuel getting harassed as well, but Contador is on top of that and chases off the Pyos before they even get the decap, while the engineers were forced off from the fuel from the Wehrmacht player, and he's actually reclaiming that now, but he did lose it for a minute or so, getting decapped. It's looking so-so with the territories, both players in control of roughly 50% of the map each.
Yeah, it looks like it's going relatively well for the moment. Contador actually is going to capitalize on this huge advantage he's got in terms of manpower, and he's going after the grenades. He's going straight into the bar upgrade.
It's probably not a bad idea. I think he is also banking on that DrawTheLine is going to be forced to stay, in tier 1 to get more units, because he needs some units after losing 4 units so quickly in the early game. But we did actually have Blitz chosen from DrawTheLine and some stormtroopers onto the field instantly when he could have.
Well, that's one way of giving yourself some quick,
other mainline infantry.
Troops. Yeah, especially when these Volks, they're going to have a very tough time holding off bars and nades in these rifles.
I think the Volks are doing kinda okay. They're getting a lot of killing shots very rapidly sometimes in various engagements against Contador's rifles. I don't know, while they're closing the distance, they seem to be taking a lot of damage. Those Volks have been training with their rifles, obviously.
They've been on the rifle range.
Yeah, must have been.
Storms are getting very up close and personal
Nice
here.
grenade.
With a grenade, but
wow, no kills. Surprising.
Stormtroopers have the most health of any infantry unit, I think, in the game.
8 minutes into the game and the first veterancy strike for one of the rifles. Grenades can do horrific things to a Wehrmacht player and give you a lot of veterancy, but a rifle goes down, trying to throw a grenade. So Contador slips up as well, losing one of his tier 1 units, one of the bar rifles gone down. And, you know, it might even be a bigger loss. You know, every tier 1 unit Contador loses now, he at the same time loses the investment that he made on all of his rifles, the grenades and the bar upgrade. That's, what is that, 100 fuel?
It's
60 and
40?
40?
Yes, 100 fuel, yeah. And,
pricey.
And 300 manpower, so he's actually rebuilding that rifle, which is fine for him at the moment because he knows he's seen Stormtroopers. I mean, there is only one way for DrawTheLine to be able to claw his way back from such a bad early game, and that is through a combination of luck and his opponent fucking up, which is what we've just seen there.
Yeah, we do have Vet 1 for infantry being teched in DrawTheLine's base right now, so it's going to give him some passive regen on his Volks, which they sorely need, because most of them are moving out from the base now, very health damage, one of them at 50% health. But, you know, some of these Volk squad have a lot of kills. One of the Volk squads actually has 13 kills.
There has been some manpower trading going on. It hasn't been a totally one-way street, but it's just those full unit kills have really rolled in against the Wehrmacht's favor.
Yeah, he took a lot of flak in the early game. That was devastating, seriously. I'm not even sure how he's still in the game at all, whatsoever. But, yeah, I guess he's just not going to give up that easily. Bard Rifle takes the church, while another Bard Rifle forces off one of the Volk squads. We do have a Pio and the Storms trying to dislodge the rifles from the church, but it's going to take quite a while. Here comes the second Rifleman squad now.
Bundle
nice
nade.
bundle! Nice grenade from the Americans as well! Whoa. Oh! Takes a load of damage, but 3 out of 4 Storms actually survived that grenade. That was lucky. He could have lost the whole squad.
Some tough motherfuckers. We've got a triage up now in the US base, so again, you know, even more anti-infantry investment here. So it's kind of turning into a sort of my pimped out infantry versus your pimped out infantry, because both are just investing so heavily into those forces with no real sign of any tech.
No, the Wehrmacht player only has his veterancy rolling in. That's what he spent his fuel on so far, but no other signs of teching whatsoever.
Stormtroopers down in the south coming to keep the engineers away from that fuel point. They are so low health though, those Stormtroopers. I mean, they're tough, but if they took one good burst from a bar there, they could be in really bad shape.
Oh, nice grenade on the Volks. Instant retreat. He actually threw the grenade kinda in the middle of the 2 Volk squads, so the retreating Volk squad takes 3 casualties on retreat due to retreating through the nade.
Oh wow, these Volks are getting absolutely chewed up. He's really keeping the Veer player moving around.
Oh, negative cover road on a 1-man Volk squad actually manages to magically get away from that firefight. Bundle nade, what is this? Grenade tennis constantly.
Oh, I'd love to see a medkit on these Storms. It could be so manpower efficient, but yeah, they were in such close range.
Well, he does have the resources. He's got almost 100 munitions, so he could easily pop mip packs on his infantry, and he does have the passive regen from Vet 1 as well.
Contador continuing to invest into the anti-infantry. He got himself a supply yard, but rather than teching further, he is choosing to get himself supply yard upgrade 1.
I see. Yeah, well, it's not a bad idea considering, you know, he knows with two Stormtroopers on the field, he's seen veterancy. You know, I guess he's just counting out that, you know, he's not going to be able to afford it manpower-wise to go for something like a Puma right now.
Oh, Vet 2 rifles.
Yeah, already. How many kills do they have? 13 kills.
That is not bad going at all. But I think they're going to lose to this Volk squad.
They're fighting at, what do you say that is? Long range?
Medium range, I guess. It's not quite at max range, but...
Vet 2 rolls in for the Wehrmacht player, but the retreat path of that 1 Volkman is not that good and actually gets taken out on retreat. That's another squad down from the Wehrmacht player. What is happening? This is a massacre, this match.
A real brutality, yeah. Stormtroopers are now at Vet 2. Vet 2 Stormtroopers, definitely some of the most survivable troops in the game.
Oh, unless you retreat over a grenade.
Yeah, unless they retreat over a grenade through negative cover.
So many grenades.
Well, Contador's got this huge munitions income, you know. He's got plus 48, so he's got enough to throw more than a grenade every minute.
Yeah, he actually cut off the munitions income, the plus 16 on the far left-hand side in the middle of the map from the Wehrmacht players. He's only got a 21 income right now after losing the 16 income.
Grenade through the hedge. And it forced another full retreat.
Oh, mine goes off on some Pyos trying to cross the bridge on the right-hand side of the map. He just gets up. His buddy dies and he's just like, yeah, just keep going.
I never liked that guy anyway.
Yeah. It was a rookie.
We have an MG nest now coming up from Contador. It doesn't quite reach the cutoff point where he might have perhaps liked it, but it's still going to prevent the Axis sort of moving into the middle here without taking a very long roundabout route.
He's going to have to go by the left-hand side hedge from the bridge now and exit that way, instead of going to the right-hand side and all that juicy green and yellow cover around there with all the fences and the walls and the well and everything. Now he's not going to be able to use that anymore. So, but it looks like he's actually opting to go for the right-hand side instead. I guess just fighting outside of his cutoff is costing him way too much manpower-wise, taking so many casualties from all these grenades. He's just opting to go, let's go this route, and maybe Contador can't respond quickly enough. He's got no fast response vehicles, he's only got rifles to run around with. It's a stew now. When you can't afford teching, you just go blitz and you can get vehicles anyway. That always works. These poor rifles are ripping all the bolts to shreds though. He's retreating again.
Yeah, that focus fire is really nasty. It's another bolt down.
Another bolt down and a nicely dodged bundle grenade. He needs to retreat maybe, even though, yeah, he probably needs to retreat. The 4-man storm squad was so low health. I guess that MG nest now is kind of useless due to the stew like killing it in 4 shots now.
Yeah, Stu's going to kill that thing very, very quickly. And actually, look what he did to the front of that building. I mean, there is no front of that building anymore.
What do you mean? Okay, maybe I was wrong. 3 shots, maybe? I don't know. I like how the micro from engineers, they're going in between the shots, but they stop repairing just before the shot hits the MG nest, so they don't take the increased damage. But it's not going to be able to save it anyway. It's just completely impossible against a stew that does so much building damage.
I think he's trying to lure them over these double mines here.
Not a bad idea. There's one! What the hell?
How is
he not hitting that one? Yeah, how is he not hitting that?
Damn lucky. We got sticky bombs now, upgraded from Contador, so he's going all out on the rifle upgrades. Just, yeah, absolutely everything pumped into the inventory. I think he's going to be... I mean, he's got enough fuel, almost, and manpower to prop down a tank depot.
And then here it goes down to double storms and a Volt squad exiting the Wehrmacht base from the cutoff. And looking at the map right now, Contador can just basically sit pretty for the entire game. Just stop the Wehrmacht player from exiting his base. But I guess the problem now is this stew. He's got stickies, but at best it's just a soft counter. And he knew a mine was there. Classic mine position.
Clearance. I think he actually saw the engineers planting.
Most likely, yeah.
He's going in for a sticky, but he's losing quite a lot of men to get that sticky off. No, it's a grenade. Now we got some pioneers coming out to come and repair that. But now, you know, we got two storms into the middle. They're not a force to be reckoned. I mean, well, they are a force to be reckoned with. You shouldn't discount the power of the Vet 2 storms. But they're both very, very low health. They really need some medkits.
They need medkits desperately, and he's got 150 munitions in the bank. He could easily afford them. He tried to fake grenade the storms in the church. Either the Wehrmacht player wasn't paying attention or he wasn't falling for it. Grenades in that church generally don't do that much damage because they're so spread out and the building is so huge.
Yeah, because the building's, exactly, it's so big. It's like when people did the Stursdorf pin in the south, those big factory buildings down in the south, you chuck a grenade in there and you'll be lucky to get 1 kill.
Yeah, the buildings are so huge, so you only kill one guy with a grenade, because they're like one guy in every window, and the windows are so spaced out and the building is so huge, you don't really do that much splash damage to anything.
Contador's still not building his tank depot or any sign of proper AT.
Is he in manpower drain, losing all these rifles?
No, he's got plenty of manpower, munitions, fuel, everything really.
What is he doctrine choice? Is he saving for something
Exploding
like...
6 CPs.
So maybe he's gonna opt to go for, you know, instant Pershing. I don't know. I don't know what his idea around
you need about
floating
sort of
is.
8 CPs for the instant Pershing, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 8 or 9.
Actually, I think DrawTheLine is realizing there's going to be some tanks coming soon. He's getting himself a Shrek on one of those stormtroopers.
He's got Shreks on both of them now. I see 2 Shrek upgrades on my screen, and I only see 1 Shrek on the squad. So he went with 1 Shrek each.
DrawTheLine actually might get his plus 16 munitions back up in the north for once. That'll give him quite a nice healthy munitions income, given that Blitz is so reliant on the munitions. You know, a good Blitz strategy is always going to involve getting plenty of munitions in, because that's what allows you to pump out the manpower Blitz and stuff like that, which is just so useful.
But there's a lot of munitions expenditures for Blitz. You know, you can upgrade your stormtroopers with MP44s and Shreks. You got bundle nades, you got Blitz nades, you got manpower Blitz. It's quite a lot of stuff to spend your munitions on.
It's the charge of the Vet 2 rifles.
Yeah, the Stu is trying to get away. The Volks were forced off due to another...
Oh, it's another Stu.
Oh, another
Two
one.
Stus. It's the Stu and Stormtrooper
Storm.
reserves. He's actually in a pretty bad shape. That oh, immobilized. That's not good.
Well, he's aiming the correct way. It almost takes out the Vet 2 rifle, forced to retreat at 1 man, dropping a bar in the process. But another stick is gonna go in. But the Stu actually crashes into the guy that was holding the sticky bomb in his hand, and it actually detonated instantly on the second Stu, saving the life of the first one, or potentially at least. I think it is low enough health to die from 1 sticky, but
oh yeah, I think so. I mean, it's got the
it's
2
got the
crits as well.
criticals,
Yeah, I think actually it might just about have enough health to survive with a destroyed main gun.
maybe
But
the main gun destruction. Yeah.
neither of those Stus are really in very healthy condition.
No, not really. That was.
I wouldn't like to be the crew in either of those. I'd be thinking, what the hell is our commander doing? He's sending us out with nothing but stormtroopers and pyros. All the Volks are dead.
There's actually 1 squad remaining. A single
free
squad, that's
bar.
it. Yeah, free bar for the Volks. The remaining Volk squad, while the 3 other Volks, I think he's lost 3 or 4 Volks now. An MG and that bike in the early engagement as well. It's quite a lot of unit casualties for DrawTheLine.
Incredibly though, he's actually managed to take back about 50% of the map.
Yeah, he's kind of setting up for something that looks like a Wehrmacht cube on Semois. You know, kinda. He's got the middle VP, trying to protect it now with Stormies, Volks, and the Stus, and he's capping along on the left-hand side, completely undisturbed as well.
Sneaky Storms are out and about. Also, we do have Armored Doctrine chosen. He's got 4 1/4 CPs after unlocking field repairs, so he's very close to that Pershing.
Yeah, field repairs is left-hand side of the armor tree, so I think the Pershing itself is 4, or is it 5?
It's 5.
5. Okay, so he's got a little while longer.
Yeah, he just needs to get a couple of Stormtrooper kills or lose some men. That's always a good way, like getting blown apart by a Stu.
Another Shrek upgraded on one of the storm squads though, so I'm not sure. Pershing is quite reliable with the frontal armor against Shreks. They do deflect them quite often.
It can deflect, yeah. I mean, the Pershing is never been known for taking on the Axis AT too well. I mean, Pax and
not
Shreks
incredibly well,
are
no.
decent, but yeah, in terms of killing Stus, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Pershing eats Stugs and Stews and everything for breakfast, and P4s and Ostwinds. The only real thing that he has to tango with is, you know, Tiger 1 from the Blitz tree, maybe. Panthers. Panthers are like... That engagement is so 50-50, depending quite a lot on veterancy.
It depends on veterancy, it depends on the HVAP upgrade. Those are the 2 main factors. And actually, it looks like the Stus are going in for a bit of a look at the base.
Base rush with double Stus. Vet 2 just hit the field as well, so those nasty Top Gunners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're instant suppression from them. 2 of them is enough to suppress a Vet 2 rifle, basically from 1 burst each almost.
Jesus, these Stus are really ripping stuff up.
Look at this poor MG nest. Gone! 2 shots gone!
What empty nest?
Yeah. There used to be an MG nest. There's now a smoldering crater instead.
Well,
but it is not looking good right now. I think you know, as I
There's
said,
no tech in the base.
he was banking for like a Pershing or something, but you can't stall forever, quite obviously, as we're seeing now.
He has so much manpower and fuel, though. He could have. I mean, he went for the second supply out upgrade instead, but I think he's going to be regretting that pretty soon.
Well, he's got 2 Vet-2 rifles, which means he has the extended sticky range. I guess he could at least force them off a little while, but yeah, he needs those DPs and the Pershing ASAP if he's going to have any chance of fighting these dudes now.
Well, he's just
There's
a
one.
third of a CP away now from the Pershing.
And he's losing rifles all over the place, so that's gonna net him some XP. But now he's cut off from the right-hand side himself. He's losing the 16 munitions on the right-hand side, but he is harassing with 1 rifle squad that evaded those Stu rushing his base.
3 Stews now.
Yeah.
They're going to be resilient against stickies.
No MG nest. These double-shreked storms are helping the Stews to demolish the American base now. But you know, Contador could lose now. If he loses all his base
Well,
buildings,
here
it's
comes
game.
a Pershing. Here comes a Pershing.
Oh, finally, finally.
The M26 is here.
But is it enough?
I don't know. It
There's
depends
4
how
Shreks.
It depends how the Shreks go. Yeah, 4 Shreks is actually a lot.
That's a lot of Shreks.
It is
Here we
a lot
go.
of Shreks.
He's going for the stew. 1 bounce.
He's going to
That's
get a
gonna
rear.
yeah, that's a rear
Yeah.
armor hit. Oh, you know, the stews are not the best AT. They're pretty okay against M8s and the likes, light vehicles, but they can also penetrate things like M10s, Shermans, and Pershings if they get rare armor hits on them.
Well, the thing is that they so rarely actually hit something directly on that it's not a case of rolling a penetration or a miss.
It's just splash.
The splash is enough to do damage consistently to something even as heavily armored as a Pershing.
I don't think I've ever seen a base fight like this ever before. Oh, there's field repairs from Contador. That's gonna help that Pershing stay alive. Oh my Jesus, holy crap, what just happened? What happened to that Pershing?
We have 3 rifles now. They just cut a nade. There's a lot of things dying.
Everything has died. Can he afford an instant second Pershing? Can he afford anything?
Almost. He's on 700 or 650 manpower.
Well, he's down to an MG nest and his HQ now. That's it.
Oh my god.
That is
And he's
all.
lost his supplier, so, I mean, his manpower is still okay, but that's only because he only has 4 units left.
He's got 4
Now,
rifles, that's it.
Blitz popped as well. I think he's going to try and take down the base.
Yeah, he's going for the base destruction as fast as possible.
Oh no, he needs to get that Pershing out very, very soon. He's on 770 manpower. He should be able to get the second one out in time.
Look at those blitz stews go at it. Insane.
That is nuts.
Look at the HQ. The HQ is almost already gone. And
Wow,
it takes
he
like...
just managed to get that Pershing out in time.
Oh, there it goes. He's got 1 MG nest. That's it. After that, he's going to be KO'd. I'm not exactly sure what he can do right now. Does he have enough munitions to pop another field repair if needed, or stickies, anything?
No, he can't use abilities because
Oh,
his
he's
HQ isn't.
no HQ, but he can use stickies, can't he? That's global
He can use
upgrades.
stickies, yeah, he can use stickies and blast pressure and stuff like that. But oh my
Rifle
god,
goes
he's down to just a handful of rifles here. He needs 100 manpower to call in his emergency reinforcements, his emergency engineers to repair his HQ. Oh, you know, the only thing keeping Contador in this is actually the OP and the MG nest.
The MG nest. Does the OP actually count? Because I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it
about
does.
that.
I think
it
it
does.
I think it does.
I know the MG nest does. You can just spam MG nests all over the
I
map.
haven't played enough Annihilation games to know.
No, me neither.
Oh, here comes the engineers. They're airdropping into the field here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Airdropped engineers coming to revive the HQ. That's all you get now. That he doesn't get another one if he loses those engineers. So
Well, he's gonna have to guard his base. Luckily enough, he's had VP dominance in the entire game, and he's only been drained 400, while DrawTheLine is down to 214. But it's
he
gonna
can't
take a
even
while.
reinforce his units.
No, you can't. It's nothing to reinforce from.
He can't do anything. I mean, he's getting another stew. He's still got. Does he still have 2 storms?
Yep, 2 storms. I think one of them. Yeah, one of
Where's
them might have dropped a Shrek. No, double Shreks on both of them still.
Where are they? Oh yeah, I know. I see
In the
them.
base, yep. They're just chilling out. And the Pyos have almost destroyed an OP. That has taken a while because they've been standing there for a while.
The rifle.
They dropped his bar!
One rifle.
I picked it up though. What is the Pershing shooting at? Rex?
Grenade? Yeah. He did more damage to his own OP than anything else.
I think DrawTheLine finds that quite humorous. I'm not exactly sure what the Pershing's doing. He's firing at suspected mines everywhere or something?
Suspected storms, maybe? Try and prevent him, like, storms coming down the road, sneaking up on him.
The what now? Trying to
Zin rifles.
I think the sets are supposed to be peace, trying to pins with I don't know. Trying to pin with only rifles wasn't a good idea. I think that was it.
Something like that. Here
There
come
were a
two
lot of
stews. Here
jets.
come one stormtrooper squad. The other one is back chilling outside the base. But that Pershing, I mean, the HQ is still, you know, it takes a long time to repair a completely destroyed HQ. So it's going to be some time before we get to use any more abilities.
And if the stew now actually goes for the engineers, it doesn't. It's going for the HQ again. It's gonna make.
All he needs to do is send one
even
stew
longer.
around the side and kill the OP and kill the MG nest, and he would win.
There's another OP on the top left-hand corner on the munitions point, however.
Oh yeah.
So he's
So
got
there
two
is.
OPs and an MG nest, and a repairing HQ. Here comes this double Shrek storms, though.
Well, he does get one penetration, and my god, that when that Pershing fires, it really fires.
Or it misses completely, either way. I think the stew is more interested in trying to kill this Pershing now. It is very low health, but I don't think that a stew can quite cut it to kill the Pershing by himself. Ooh, I was close to the engineers. If that stew shot had been a meter more to the right.
Stew shell on those engineers.
On
and then
repairing
be sent
engines in its
packing.
game. Oh, he might get it up.
Oh,
Contador is trying to hide his engineers behind his HQ while repairing it. And due to the storms fleeing now and forced retreat after Pershing taking some pot shots at
he
them.
really wants to try and kill that squad. He might actually get him as he goes across his negative cover.
Oh, that was close.
That's not going to stop him trying.
He needs to get out a good shot on negative cover road. Just doesn't get it.
Come on, speed down the road.
Field
I
repairs.
wanted to see him run after them. Yeah, he's got his HQ back.
HQ back.
And
Okay,
it's
obviously.
back in pristine condition. So finally he's able to reinforce everything just as the OP goes down.
But reinforce everything means his 3 remaining rifles and the 1 emergency
Yes, I do
engineer.
use the term everything quite loosely. Building his triage once again.
I guess the rifles are kind of banged up.
Now it's the stews that are having to run away from the Pershing for once. That's always a good thing.
No, he's just gonna crash through the hedge and find these 2 low health stews just sitting around at graveyard in the middle of Semois. There goes 1! He's going to be able to take out the other one. Get 2! Oh, he backs onto a mine that has been laying there for an entire game and gets taken out by the Pershing. Main gun destroyed. 1 more shot and that's basically toast. Vet 3 Pershing.
Wow.
He is surrounded, however. He pops another use of field repairs.
No, he needs to pull some pretty tricky moves here.
Oh, he needs to get out of there and hope for no lucky frontal penetrations on the Pershing while it's going back to base. Oh, he looks to be good.
Oh, he's just about okay. Wow. Each shot from that thing is quite potent, and this is without HVAP, of course. So that damage bonus is coming in without any loss of splash damage.
Yeah, the splash is really good when you don't have the HVAP upgrade, and I guess you don't really need it against Stugs and Stews. It's more...
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to that of a Tiger.
Yeah. It's better to have the HVAP when you're fighting the larger vehicles, the tougher ones, the Panther, Tiger.
And the Tiger, KT, yeah, you need it to give you parity, but I'm seeing something being built in the Wehrmacht HQ.
He's taking tier 4 right now. He's got plenty of manpower. He could build, he could get another stew, more storms, whatever he really wanted. He's got a healthy manpower income of 301. But I think he's gonna opt
trying to creep. Oh no, these stormtroopers are gonna get found by Vet 3 rifles.
They're gonna melt.
There
we go, there's 1 hit. Oh! Instant
Jesus.
retreat! The Pershing is fairly low health, however. The engineers are there to repair it up back to full health again. And right now Contador is just basically reclaiming most of the map, or trying to at least.
Here comes yet another stew.
Here we go. Let's see, Tier 4 was teched. He has not started producing it yet, however. There's a sticky from a Vet 3 rifle. That's gonna do a load of damage. Unless it bounces due to the skirts.
It still did quite a lot of damage. I mean,
that was a lot of damage
that was
for a
lot of
bounce.
damage.
And the OP on the left-hand side of the map is now getting destroyed by Pyos extremely slowly. It's like watching paint dry. Nothing's really happening.
Oh my god! The Pershing fired into the fog of war where he thought that there was a storm squad, and he annihilated two.
Oh,
of
look at
them.
the... Oh,
Oh, they retreated just in the nick of time, didn't they?
that could have been nasty. With the penalty from taking increased damage due to repairing, they would
God.
have instantly died to a bundle.
This Pershing is turning stormtroopers into giblets.
Lots of pink mist going on.
Each
Vet 3
shot
rifles.
is just so many dead. He needs a Tiger right now. That's what he needs.
Yeah, but he went down the right-hand side before to get Blitzkrieg when he assaulted the base.
Oh, of course,
So he
yeah.
never got
Actually,
to unlock the
manpower
Tiger.
blitz might work. That'll give him, because I'm sure he's got plenty of fuel banked up.
Yeah, almost 200 fuel right now. But
Yeah, I
he
mean, he
needs
can
munitions.
get tier 4 up and
Yeah,
get
and
himself a Panther.
He needs a little bit more munitions though. His munitions didn't come, the entire game has been kinda so-so. Apart from the time where he took over the whole map after assaulting the US base. It's down to 21 again, because he lost his cutoff.
And the building goes down, finally.
Why was Stu shooting at the building? We're shooting at the rifles behind the building?
He's shooting at the rifles around behind the building. One of my favorite tricks when playing as US, if my opponent's trying to base rush me with a stew, is to, or if I'm base rushing him and he brings out a stew, run and hide behind his Krieg barracks and make him shoot his own base buildings down.
That works.
Or go and hide behind his HQ and make him shoot his own HQ. It's brilliant.
Well, there went the remaining Stu from the Wehrmacht forces, and he's not building his tier 4, and he's floating quite a lot of manpower. I don't really like this. I'm not exactly sure. He's got almost 5 CPs, so I think he's not going to go for the manpower blitz. He's going to go for the Tiger 1. I guess he kind of needs something to combat the Pershing, but the Pershing is now Vet 3. Even without HVAP, it's still Vet 3 Pershing.
But when you throw in 3 squads of Storm Shreks,
This is
all
true.
double squads, double
true.
equipped Storms, I'd say it's going to be enough. You know, if they all, I mean, if all 6 of those Shreks fired at once and all penetrated, that would probably be a dead Pershing right there and then.
Well, very close to it at least. And he just shot his own rifle.
Rifles!
into pieces.
Stop shooting your own rifles, god damn it.
But he's obviously looking for cloaked storms everywhere.
Oh, and he's going to find them.
Maybe. I think he's
They're
going
making a
up
way for him to drive
protect the
through.
VP. Yeah,
Oh no, he's going to get... Oh no.
Oh, here we go. There's 1, 2. Ah, third one misses and the fourth one goes
Fourth
in.
one goes
3
in, so-
rare armor hits, almost down to 50% health. I think you're right.
To
6
half
Shreks
health. Yep.
penetrating should at least cause a nasty crit. But 4 of them just bounced on the frontal armor.
He's desperately trying to kill that thing, but it's just not happening.
Well, here's the Tiger now. Tiger was finally unlocked after losing a few of those storms. He got the XP required to unlock it, and he had enough manpower to build, get it instantly. He's also building his tier 4. So if he throws maybe a Panther into the mix now, this Pershing is gonna have a lot
of
of
course,
work.
because this is a Vet 3 Tiger. We can't forget this is Vet 3 versus Vet 3.
That's true. He's just going after the engineers now. That's just cruel. That's a very cruel.
I think Contador can see him targeting.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah, without HVAP, it is really bouncing on the Tiger armor. Yeah, 4 shots in a row, I think.
Oh wow, those engineers. Every shot was taken at 2 of them.
I think the Tiger's gonna bounce on the Pershing as well, however. If it hits, which it clearly doesn't.
Clearly.
There we
Sticky
go.
could quickly turn the tide.
Yeah, I think this Tiger has a little bit too much to shoot at the moment. You know, he needs to handle the infantry. He needs to tango with the Pershing. You know, he does have the Shrek Storms to back him up against the Pershing, but they're not much good against the rifles. was a long time
Oh my
ago
God,
I
it
saw an
comes
armor
still.
battle take this long. You know, there's
And it's
usually...
a long time ago since I saw Tiger versus Pershing as well. It's
Yeah,
rather
that's
old
true.
school.
Go damage engine from
Wow, that's
one of the
a nasty
shots.
Tiger crits for you. Oh, but this might work in his favor if he can draw him in with the crits.
Here we go!
And open up with the Shreks.
Only one penetration from the Shreks. That was unlucky.
It's field repairs versus pioneers. Who's gonna win?
Field repairs.
Yeah, field repairs. Always win.
Easy.
He gets off a couple more Shreks, but they don't hit or they miss.
Here comes the rifle back up from Contador's combined arms now. He's got the Pershing there. It is very damaged with 26 infantry kills and 4 stew kills under his belt. But
That
this
is
Tiger...
a veteran Pershing.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a Pershing with that many kills since we've watched 2v2s with Pershings in them. Generally don't get
this
that many
Tiger,
kills.
he knows he's in danger now with the Vet 3 rifles coming.
He's gonna get sticky. The Pios just... I don't know
Just
what happened to the Pios. They
disintegrated.
they just disappeared suddenly.
Oh, no.
Bad immobilization. Rare armor from the Pershing. The Shreks are trying
Surely
to
the
help.
Pershing
Nothing
will go
helped.
down,
Oh, Pershing goes down, and the Tiger actually manages to survive. He needs to get a sticky off with one of his Vet 2 rifles or something. He's gonna just kill it.
Oh, bundle nade.
Main gun
Still
destroyed.
Alive.
But the Tiger can't defend himself whatsoever, and the engineers combine... Did he just grenade the Tiger? He just grenaded the Tiger.
Wow.
But it didn't die.
Somehow it survived. Normally that kills it.
But generally
That
when it's
Tiger,
so
though,
low
it's
health...
just- that's the worst paperweight in the world. It can literally do nothing.
There's a stew now. Did we have another... I think see an enemy triangle on my minimap. I guess that's another Pershing.
What the? The engineer just killed the Tiger.
Did it? Was it an engineer?
Small arms fire just killed the Tiger.
Did he get... NG killed it. I guess so. Here's the Pershing. The third Pershing for Contador. First shot kills a stormtrooper. That Shrek drops out of the window. And now there's only the stew remaining to fight off this Pershing. And that's not going to be enough for DrawTheLine. He could
I've seen
go...
everything now. I've seen an engineer kill a Tiger. I've seen a bike kill a Pershing. What else is there to see?
Yep, we've done with Company of Heroes. We've seen everything now.
We've
it's
seen
over.
everything there is to see. I've seen a Panzerfaust miss a jeep.
I've seen mines get detonated from garrisoning buildings. That
We've
also-
seen a lot of weird shit, haven't we? When we've been making these Frontline
Seen
Fatalities.
engineers sweep mines without sweepers.
Yeah, that was one that.
Oh, that was a
Wow.
nasty stew hit on those capping rifles.
Blitzkrieg, but ultra fast. Panzerfaust firing. Panzer Shrek
Wow,
firing.
where did that fly come from?
Sprinting Shreks, sprinting Shreks. That's gotta be very scary.
I've always considered the Pershing to be fairly speedy, but now looking at it right now, it just looks so slow due to the sprinting infantry. It's just like, what the hell? You know, it's a
And
tank.
did you see
on
how
treads.
long range those Shreks were firing
Yeah.
from as well?
Insane range.
Shit.
He's actually forced to
Okay, he's
pop
gonna get
field
out of there.
repairs. Very low health, actually. He's got his little engineer party. There's the Vet 2. He only got Vet 2 from killing a Vet 3 Tiger with a grease gun. How did he not get Vet 5 from killing a Tiger with a grease gun?
He's
Vet
that's
3 is not enough from killing a Tiger, Vet 3 Tiger with a grease gun. Vet 3 is just not enough. They'd have to like implement a whole new veterancy system to award to that one engineer guy that killed it.
They would have had to like shove the grease gun like inside the petrol tank that sets off like a chain reaction inside.
I don't know what happened. I was dodgy as hell. Yeah, neither player is really giving up, but there's only 12 VPs remaining. 11 now for the Wehrmacht player, and he's going to have to rush for the middle VP, which he's doing with his pioneers, but the Vet 3 rifles are going to put a stop to these Stormies trying to help them out and give them some form of a backup. But the pioneer's going to get the decap most likely. There it goes. Ring around the hedgerow.
Oh, Caliply. Oh wow, the Storm's going to be in danger on retreat here. Wow, they got smacked in the head like 3 times and lived.
I've never got 2 storms. Whoa! That was a huge hit from the Pershing, taking out the stew. This means the Vet 3 rifles are going to be able to polish off these Pyos even if they do get in the church. They actually managed to get in there. And then they just instantly drop out of the window and die. What?
Stormtroopers are at it again.
I think all Contador, yeah, he's going for the middle VP with the Vet 3 rifles. That's basically, I don't think that the Wehrmacht there is gonna be able to stop him. He's got nothing on the right hand side of the map to harass that. The GG is actually called as he knows that the middle VP can be capped.
Nothing left. Yeah, hey, he actually built Panzer Command.
Yeah, he got tier 4 up, but he never got anything out of it. He just couldn't afford it.
Well, that was special.
That was special. There was a lot of Pershings and a lot of, well, not a lot of Tigers, but one Tiger that died very comically. I don't know what just happened. How did a grease gun? That Pio actually has 1 tank kill. That's crazy. Crazy game. A little bit different than the normal stuff that we usually see in the current metagame. The metagame has changed, and you don't really see these Tiger versus Pershing things going on anymore. So that was interesting. Great game. Good players. Still don't know who the Smurf is, but he played well, I think.
I would disagree, actually. I'd say he played pretty terribly, and
Yeah,
somehow still managed to put up a good fight. So
well, he stuck in there at least. Give him that. Give him some
yeah,
credit for not just dropping after that. Yeah,
definitely.
for not dropping after 3 minutes after losing 3 tier 1 units instantly. That would have been just like Alt F4 moment, really, but apparently not. Thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and comment and tell your friends, and we'll see you guys for next episode.
See you guys.